name is Amber Flynn, and I am going to tell you guys how to make chicken Alfredo because it's a really easy, low skill level option of food, and it's great for any sort of occasion. So I don't know if you guys know this because I didn't know. February 7th is National Fettuccine Alfredo Day. And another thing is, we're all college students, and this is such a cheap option to make. You can make it whenever you want, you can make it in between classes, whatever you guys want. It's just so basic, you can really make it like any time of the day. So, I mean, it's a good thing to make. And it's really cheap too. So. And my dad, he always made this, and I believe that if he can make it, then anybody could, because he cannot cook to save his life. And it's also really simple. There's not much work involved, only 3 simple ingredients. And then we always usually baked it, which took like 40 minutes. So, but there's different ways you can make it. You can cook it on the stove. That only takes like 15 minutes. To just boil the noodles and put the sauce in it. That's a really easy way that you can make it, like in between classes and whatnot. So how do we start making this dish? And to get ready for this, you want to unthaw and prep your chicken. And to prep your chicken, you can boil it, bake it, fry it, whatever you want to do. But in our recipes, we always bake the chicken, and that took like 20 to 25 minutes. And we always had it on 425. And then to check the chicken, to make sure whenever it's done, it always had to be at 165 degrees. And then the materials are a 2-quart casserole dish, a spoon for mixing, measuring cups, and a pan for baking the chicken. So there's really not very many materials involved, so that's the great part about it. Now let's talk about the food ingredients, aside from all of the materials that we have. So the things that you'll need to make this is 1 can of Alfredo sauce, whatever kind of Alfredo sauce you prefer. It really doesn't matter, you can use whichever one. Half a pound of chicken, wherever you want to prep it, whatever kind you want, and then 2 cups of noodles. We usually did the bow tie noodles, but you can use whatever type you want. I mean, it's just a preference sort of thing. Now, how to make this Alfredo. The steps. Like I said, we always preheated our oven to 425, and then we baked our chicken. And then you always bake it to 165, and make sure there's like no pink inside and it's tender. That's how you know that it's done. And then you'll put the chicken in the 2-quart casserole dish with the bow tie noodles or whatever noodles you decided to use and the Alfredo sauce. But make sure that whenever you put all the food into the casserole dish, you stir it up really good. And it also helps too if you add a little bit of water. And then you'll bake it for 40 to 45 minutes. And make sure that while it's in the oven baking, that you stir it at least twice so that the noodles don't stick to the bottom of the pan because it's in there for a good while. And then whenever it's done, you take it out and let it stand for about 5 minutes or so. And finally, the steps. So today we learned how to make the chicken Alfredo with the 5 easy steps. Since it is so easy and cheap, hopefully you'll get to make it sometime for your friends or whenever in between classes. Like I said, it's so easy, you can make it whenever. It takes like 15 minutes. It's good, it's quick, you'll probably have leftovers because it makes quite a bit. So whenever you guys want to make it, it's super easy and it's cheap. I mean, it'd be maybe like $8 or $10, if that, and you'll get a bunch from it, so you can eat it whenever. It doesn't have to be like some sort of special occasion. It can be anytime. Now, February 7th may be a while to wait for National Chicken Alfredo Day, so that means that you should just make it now, and that's the best way not to think